Guys, thank you for watching TOJ. I'm your host, Rico Suave, and I want to talk about Irvin Mayfield. Down here in New Orleans, we have this guy named Irvin Mayfield, very talented, Grammy Award winning trumpet player. And he's been indicted with 19 federal indictments for theft, malfeasance of office, stealing, money laundering, all this shit. And the sad thing about this particular case is because I know Irvin. Didn't go to school with him, but I know him. Been to his club, watched the guy perform. This guy had accomplished so much at a young age, and that's the one thing that's really like heartbreaking about this particular case because when you're a young man and you then performed at the White House for Barack, you have a $700,000 house. I saw this dude house, man. I'm like, I ain't do shit with my life. Fuck, and I'm a talented artist, so in fact, one of my friends did that photograph. Bernardo did the Ray Charles right before he passed away. That photograph in the back at the House of Blues. My friend Marcus did that cat in the back. A lot of my house is filled with art that I didn't do. I don't like other artists' art in my house. But Irvin basically the way the whole thing came down. Channel 4, it did investigative reporting, and these guys they do real. That's one thing about Channel 4. When these dudes go after you, bro, these guys have nothing but free time to go through all of your paperwork, all of your finance reports. And basically, what happened was after Hurricane Katrina, the mayor who's now in jail, Ray Nagin, guess made him the ambassador, a jazz ambassador of some type. And a lot of these people have a lot of donations from rich, blue-blooded people. And when these blue-blooded people donate money to a jazz foundation for children, and you funnel the money to your own personal piggy bank or your own personal organization outside of the purview of your office, then you the investors want answers. And the investors who don't, I'm sorry, the guys who donate, the benefactors, the people who donate money to these organizations, they do it in good faith that the person that you're donating the money to is going to do the right thing with that money. And when the indictments came out, I'm sorry, when the line by line description of what was spent was like $1,400 on breakfast. God damn, $1,400 on breakfast. An $18,000 gold plated trumpet. You know, when you do crooked shit, and I don't really know, this is all alleged, allegations. But I mean, the feds indicted him. So when they indict you, bro, it's the real deal. That's the one thing I learned about New Orleans. In Louisiana, we sent a fucking governor to jail. So they don't the prosecutors here, they don't you can't really like negotiate your way out of your indictment, bro. When they own you, and they take a long time to build a case on you. I learned that from Rick Ross. They filed paperwork on Rick Ross like 5 years before they even got him. So they just let that shit pile up on you. And the investigation with this guy on the Channel 4, they had reported it 2 years earlier before he got indicted a month ago. But they already seized his truck, they seized his house. He's basically bankrupt, but the guy is still performing like it never happened. That shows a lot of arrogance, and that's the one thing that's going to affect the jury. When you are facing those type of charges, you have to show some kind of humble. You have to look like you really. Just a misunderstanding. But at the end of the day, when the government come after you, when the feds are on you, bro, you really can't just say, "Well, I didn't know, what I was doing," because those folks, when they have a paper trail, that's the one thing I learned when they got Ray Nagin and they got Bill Jefferson and all the other public officials in New Orleans. When you fucking with public money, the feds don't feel sorry for you at all. Because that's the one thing he took public money and private money that was donated for some kind of jazz cafe or whatever. But I mean, I don't know, man. All this shit's gonna come to light. But to have this guy have his own personal jazz club, he had so many great performers, and that's what I don't like. It's the one heartbreaking thing about him losing that jazz club on Bourbon Street of all places, because the Irvin Mayfield Jazz Playhouse, which is called the Jazz Playhouse now, because they kept it there thankfully when the Royal Sonesta, when they severed ties with him, thankfully they kept the Jazz House there. It's just not called Irvin Mayfield's Jazz Playhouse. It's just called Jazz Playhouse without his name attached to it. So Glenn Andrews and a couple of other guys, they still perform there. That's a good thing. I think There's an older black lady named Jermaine Basil. I love her. She looks like Frances Cress Welsing, older black chick. You know, cool lady. She's a college professor. Professor of music, I think, at Tulane. So having the jazz playhouse there, he lost all those accolades. But he's still, his Grammy, of course. Nothing's wrong with the Grammy. The Grammy is still there. That's nothing to do with, with this these indictments. But it's a sad thing to see that this man went through, lost some property during a hurricane, rebuilt, and then came back. And now this is, how you end up. You're gonna spend some time in jail, and I mean, he's gonna do some time. But I think he finished. I really hope that um, they don't throw the book at him. But at the end of the day, when you're stealing public money, there's really no nice way to say it. I just all he can do is hope for prepare for the worst and hope for the best. Or how they say that shit, but I don't know. I'm rambling at this point. I'm just saying, I hope that Irvin Mayfield got a game plan, because at the end of the day, he's walking around the city like it's no big deal. So maybe he knows something we don't know. Anyway, those are my opinions. Those are my thoughts on that matter. Hit like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook at The Opinion Junkie. Go to artbyrico.com, ARTBYRICCO.com. Till next time, take care of yourself.